I am with you. I am with you is one of the most important concepts that we will learn in burnout recovery mode. Here's the reason why. We spend a lot of time and attention as content creators empowering and inspiring our audiences. Yet there are people that come in over our shoulders, our spouses, our parents, our kids, and they're like, hey, I'm home. And without taking our eyes off our computer screen from spending time with our audiences, we say, hey, I'm glad you're home. And we ignore those people. And then what happens is they say, hey, I'm going to make something for dinner. Do you want something? And you go, yeah, whatever's fine. Again, we don't even make eye contact with the people that live in our homes. Then when we do spend time with the people that are inside our homes, what's really interesting is this. We just argue or we say menial things or we waste time trying to just communicate with them. There's not a lot of meaningful conversation. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the tides and we're going to do very intentional communication with the people that live with us. This is one of the quickest survival skills to content recovery burnout mode. Here's why. Everybody in our lives wants to say, I'm important. They want to say, I'm valid in your life. And the people that are closest to us often are the people that feel the most invisible. As content creators, we have a tendency to be narcissistic, to be consumed by the likes and the shares and all of the validation that we get from our audiences. But the people that are in our lives don't get that same validation. And so what they're doing is they're trying to reach out and say, hey, I'm not one of your audience members, but I'm important. I spend a lot of time cleaning up the house around you. I spend a lot of time being interested in you, and you're not interested in me back. Okay. So what we're going to do today is we're going to spend 30 to 60 seconds. It's a really interesting concept. It's called I am with you. What am I doing in this one moment? I am with you right now in this one moment. Okay. And that means eye contact. It means vocal variety. It means paying attention. And most of all, it means listening. Listening. Oh, what an interesting skill. All right. So check it out. I go to the gym this morning and there's a woman sitting at the desk. And she's sitting here just minding her own business, welcoming people into the gym. Hi, good morning. How are you? And that's typically how it goes. Hi, how are you today? You scan your little barcode as you walk past and you hurry on past the counter. So today I stopped. We're talking 30 to 60 seconds. Every time you come in contact with a new person, 30 to 60 seconds. Don't talk about you, only listen. And if you're going to talk, ask a question that makes them talk. So I go into the gym. Hi, how are you today? And I said, I'm great. Did you have a good weekend? And she said, I did. Now, tomorrow is Halloween. Okay. So I asked her, are you ready for Halloween? And she said, yes. In fact, over the weekend, we had a Halloween party. And I said, did you take pictures? And she said, I did. And I said, bring him out. Now, what do we know? We know that everybody has a smartphone, and we know that anybody that dressed up for Halloween probably took a Halloween picture. So she pulls out her phone. I've never met this woman before. She pulls out her phone and she starts showing me pictures of her kids in their Halloween costumes. And I said, oh my goodness, look at that. One thing that I noticed was this. She's the parent that dressed up with the kids. So not just like, oh, hey, I'm too cool to dress up with my kids for Halloween. She dressed up with her kids. And I said, whoa, wait a second. You're one of those cool parents that dressed up with your kids. Do you know how important that is to your kids for Halloween? And she said, oh, I'm so glad you noticed. I thought no one would care. Okay, now what we know in this 1 minute, I've spent less than 30 seconds talking to her. What I did was I said, I am here with you. I'm with you right now in this one moment. You matter. And what happened is she pulled out her phone. She showed me pictures of the Halloween. She showed me pictures of her family. Now she's really proud. And now she feels validated because she dressed up for Halloween with her kids. How cool is that? So now I got to move on to the gym and I got to get back onto my day and I'm in a hurry and yada, yada, right? But what happened is in that one moment, she felt really, really important. And then I turned to her and I said, I'm so happy that your kids have a mom that's cool, that dresses up for Halloween with them. And she's just beaming from ear to ear. She says, well, I hope you have a happy Halloween as well. I said, I know, right? Happy Halloween to you too. Great job, Mom. And I leave and I go to my morning workout. So the reason I bring that up is we don't have to spend a lot of time, But when we are face to face with someone else, instead of us only talking about, did I tell you about my day? Did I tell you what I got going on today? Because that's so easy to do. What's really important is to stop in the moment. Someone else is trying to communicate with you. What are they trying to say? I am here with you right now, and I want to hear what you have to say. We do not have to agree. We do not have to disagree. All we have to do is be present in the moment. Right before I came in here today, my husband is leaving. He's running out to work, and my goal is to run downstairs for just a minute, meet him at the door as he's leaving. I want to give him a hug and a kiss goodbye. And I want to say, you matter. And as he's leaving for the day, he says, is there anything you need me to do on the way home? Pick up the mail, pick up the groceries, whatever. And I said, I want you to have fun today. He said, have fun. I said, yeah, tomorrow is Halloween. Have fun today with your customers, with your business, whatever it is you're doing. Just have fun today. He's like, have fun. Okay, I'm going to have fun today. I was like, yes, you got this. I want to hear about it when you get home. All right, great. Now for one 30-second window, he felt important. Like, this isn't all about you and your shows and all the stuff. What this is about is you want me to have fun today. And as he left, he's leaving with this big smile on his face, like, oh yes, I got this. I can have fun today. I sent him one specific message. I'm with you right now in this moment. I'm voting for you to have fun. Go do it. All right. So the reason I bring this up is because life is really, really chaotic, and we take it upon ourselves to be general manager of the universe and to try to manage all of the relationships around us. We do not have to manage all of the relationships. All we have to do is be present in the moments that we have. I bring up the Halloween thing for this. My husband's father passed away a couple of days ago. And as we're sorting through pictures of his dad, the pictures that we saved were the moments. There was a Halloween party where his dad, who did not dress up, takes the hat off of one of the grandkids, puts it on his head, and he said, can I be you for just a moment? And the kid beams from ear to ear. And what happened is, in that one moment, the granddad, who's too busy for the grandkids for most of the time, stops and he becomes present in that one moment. Can I be you for a moment? And the kid is like, yeah, you can. Here's my Halloween hat. And the granddad puts it on and he poses for a picture with the grandson. And that's the picture that's making it to the memorial for his celebration of life service. That's the moment the grandkid remembers, is in this moment, my granddad made me feel important. Those are the moments we remember. The moments that we're picking out of the photos, a picture where my husband's father had his arm around him. In this one moment, my father loved me. Look, he has his arm around me. In that one moment, his dad made him feel, I am with you in this moment. And those are the moments we want to share with the people around us, the people that live in our houses, our spouses, our parents, our children, our siblings, whoever it is that lives in our house with us. We want to make sure today, your assignment today is to make sure that those people know I am with you when I am with you. Okay? That's the goal for today. All right. So I want to touch on real quick how we did the last couple of days and some of the updates that we've made. All right. The first thing that I want to look at is the sleep. Yesterday, I got 6 hours and 7 minutes of sleep, which is huge for me because I've been running on 3.5 to 4 hours kind of on general. And so the 6 hours and the 7 minutes, fantastic. I'm really excited about that. When it comes to hydration, which is the next thing on our list, I'm doing very well on the hydration. I'm switching a couple of things up, and I wanted to share that with you. We're going to talk in just a second about the nutritional value of our lives, but this comes down to drinking for a second. So I do want to highlight this. I'm drinking about 112 to 116 ounces of liquid a day, which is awesome. And none of it has any sweeteners in it. So there are no artificial sweeteners whatsoever, nothing that spikes the blood sugar. So I've got the apple cider vinegar and lemon juice, and this is a 16-ounce bottle, and I put it here in this clear bottle so that you could see it. Also today, I'm going to shake this up, but I have chia seeds. So I just took some water, I drank the top of the water out, and I put in a tablespoon of chia seeds. And you'll see that this is starting to absorb, and I just mixed it up so you can see it. Now it's filling up my jug. I'm going to leave this for about another 20 minutes, and then it will become like kind of like tapioca pudding. But what happens is the chia seeds absorbs a little pocket of water around it. And as you drink it, it's a lot of natural protein, and it keeps you hydrated through longer periods throughout the day. And so I'm just adding that in as one of my 16 ounces of water for the day. And the chia seeds are just come in a pack. They look like this. I buy these at Costco, but with 1 tablespoon a day, what you're talking about is a whole bunch of extra added protein. And when it comes to nutrients, as I'm working out and I'm really starting to build some muscle, my body is starting to sending me signals that I need more protein. I'm starting to crave things like meat. And so my body wouldn't crave that if I didn't need it. And so by craving more protein, I'm like, what other ways can I get protein into my diet? And so the chia seeds is another avenue of getting protein into my diet that's not just more eating things, right? I'm still eating a lot of protein, but just making sure that I have the chia seeds, which is a natural plant-based protein. So there you go. All right, the next one is the intermittent fasting. And this is something that is now a new way of living for me. I am now an intermittent faster. And there are varieties of different ways you can fast. And I have a fasting app. I will leave links in the notes below so that you can check it out. And it shows, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to do a little fast and then eat during an 8-hour window? Do you want to fast for a 16-hour window? Do you want to fast for a 20-hour window? Do you want to fast for a full 24 hours? What do you want to do? And then based on what you choose, it will give you little tips and hints on here's what your body is doing during this progressive time. So I just keep switching things up a little bit, trying to see out what is the best for me and not just do one thing, that then reaches a plateau. So I'm mixing it up a little bit and keeping you posted along the way. But today I'm going to go a full 48 hours. I'll fast all day today and just do the chia seeds. So the chia seeds are going to be counted in today's fast with only my liquids for today's fast. And then tomorrow, then I will eat regular foods again. And I'm doing this just to kind of break up the system and to kind of purge the last of the toxins that I'm getting out of my body. So I'm really happy about the intermittent fasting. I've been doing it now for 21 days and absolutely love it. Should I go back? I don't know. I've not ever felt this good, this long, this consistently, and I'm going to contribute that to the intermittent fasting. So, all right, there you go. All right, the next thing that we're looking at is the nourishment. And I just talked to you about how I was adding in the chia seeds for my nourishment. I do want to admit, and this is a true confession, that Sunday, which is yesterday, is the day that we go out for our fun meal of the week. So again, we went to the Chinese buffet and we had all you can eat food. I was very conservative with what I ate. I had grilled vegetables and sushi. And so that was fun. I had some dipping sauce for the sushi, but I didn't have any other sauces and I didn't have any desserts or anything like that. So I was pretty conservative, really watching the new version of me. Like if I was going to make the healthiest choices at this buffet, what would I have? And I really enjoyed the meal. I also want to add in with the nourishment. Yesterday, we talked about conflict resolution. And so when I went to lunch yesterday, which was already in my schedule, I invited one of the people in my life to whom I have conflict. And I decided if I invited them to my lunch, I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because yesterday's assignment was to rebuild and fix the conflict resolution in our lives. I knew I was going to go to eat anyway, and I didn't have time for a great big long conversation. And so what I did is I invited one of those people to lunch with me, and oddly enough, they said yes. So we met yesterday for lunch, and I am with you, that same concept. I didn't talk about me. I didn't try to fix them. I didn't try to change them. I didn't try to repair a lifetime of hate and animosity. All I did was I sit there and I listened and I made eye contact, and I probably said less than I've ever said in a lunch before. And at the end of the lunch, I gave that person a hug and I said, I'll see you soon. And all it was is coming together, me validating their feelings for a moment and saying, I am with you in this moment. Did I fix a lifetime of hate and animosity? I did not. Did I repair a relationship? I did not. But what I did is I opened a door. There you go. in response to, I told you yesterday, there are two people in my life to whom I have conflict. I met the other one last night on a Zoom call. And so there was a Zoom call with a few people, and they were one of them. And I made a particular effort during that moment, that one moment, to spend 30 seconds on that one person to let them know I am with you. And I said, what can I do to help you? And they said, oh, this is what I need. Okay. And they said that in front of a group of people. And so it was as if the whole group of people were saying, oh, yes, that's great. We can all help you do this. But for that one moment, I was intentionally saying, hey, I am with you in this moment, trying to repair a bridge. Did I cure everything? I did not. Did I cure a lifetime of animosity and hate? I did not. But I opened a door. And so what we're talking about is not changing a world of behaviors overnight. It's going to take some time. It didn't get in this situation overnight. It's not going to be fixed overnight. It's going to take time. But I opened 2 doors yesterday, as I said I would. So this is me reporting back to you. Okay, so moving on. The next thing I want to report back to is my workouts. Now, yesterday, I took it completely easy. Yesterday was Sunday. I burned all of 900 calories yesterday. And when I say I took it easy, I mean I took it easy. I did not go walking. I did not go cycling. I did not do anything. And my body really recovered. And I think that as we're really going in all out massive action mode, it's important to take those mini, I'm going to call them mini vacations, where we just kind of hibernate and we let our body rebuild itself. And because I'm doing such strong workouts during the week, I feel like my muscles had a chance to kind of like recoup. And I still drank my water and I still had some fun food and my body did a whole bunch of different things. And then today it was like back to the grindstone. Let's really go work out again today. Let's get serious about this. Let's go back into the high intensity fasting. Let's really do this right this week. And so I feel like I had all the bests of all the worlds last week. I had all the exercise and all the really intense stuff. And then I had some leisure and some fun foods. I met with, relatives and family and friends and strangers and enemies. And I kind of crammed it all in. And so I feel like I had a really wide range of life. I really lived last week. Okay, next topic. The moods that I've been in. I think what I just said exemplifies all the moods. I went through the wide array of ups and downs and ins and outs of all of last week. And I'm really proud to say I feel fantastic and I came through. The next one is the progress that I've made in my business. In the last 21 days since I started this progress, I have probably done more than 3 months worth of work combined. I've gotten so much done and I've been so incredibly productive. And I'm looking at what I've done over the last 3 months. And I mean, the last 3 weeks since I've started doing this versus the last 3 months, and saying to myself, am I still in burnout? And if I continue at this pace, am I going to hit burnout again? And so I'm really consciously aware of the pace that I'm going right now. And am I able to go the distance at this pace that I'm at right now? I don't know. But what I do know is right now I have it to give. Right now I feel fantastic. I feel like I can give it. And I'm paying really close attention to what I'm going to call the fringe, the outsides of my world that could then spin me off into a burnout again. But if this is burnout recovery, I'm on it. I'm all over it. Okay. Because this is working for me right now. And so that I'm paying attention to. All right. The challenges, and we all have challenges, up and downs. And these are the day-to-day things that are inside the business. There are a couple of glitches that I have in my business. There are things that I did myself. We do a lot of shows. I've got 16 live shows this week that I'm recording. And we've got a lot of guests that are on those shows. These are licensed therapists and doctors and psychologists and different experts, SEO experts, people that are helping us on the different avenues of the business that we're working on. And the team that I have in place books people on shows. And sometimes people are no-call, no-shows. And that really throws everything off when you're planning for a guest to be there and you have an audience that has turned up for that guest and then the guest doesn't show. And that happened to me twice last week. So twice last week, I was like, you know what? I did my research for this show. I'm going to give you my experience on what some of the challenges are and what I'm doing to combat this right now. And then I'm going to ask my audience to help me with the answers. Like, what are you doing right now that works and is not working for you? And I went live on both of those shows where I did not have a guest. And I would like to fix the project so that I don't run into that situation again. And so we've started canceling guests within 48 hours if they haven't confirmed with us. And I think that's a tough situation to try to do because many people are so busy, they don't confirm. But I think in all fairness, if you're going to be a guest on someone else's show and they need to make last minute plans, if you haven't confirmed in 48 hours, you should be bumped off the show. So we're having to set new boundaries, and that's a challenge for me. All right, the next thing, if you haven't followed me already, I'm going to ask that you follow me over on lifelongproductions.com/burnout. That is where I'm documenting my journey with my daily food. I'm showing you what I look like before and after pictures. I'm showing you what I ate for dinner. I'm giving you all the deets on the people that I'm interacting with in my social experiments and all the things that we're talking about here on a personal journey. So check it out over at lifelongproductions.com/burnout. Then I also want to give a shout out to Lifelong Productions as a team. They are helping content creators finish the projects that they start. So for example, let's say, for example, that you were building a website. I know this last week, one of the things we worked on with some of the members of the Lifelong Productions team is website creation. So there are a bunch of content creators. They've got amazing content, but they don't know how to get it out to the world. They don't know what the About Me page is supposed to look like. They don't know what the landing pages are supposed to look like. They don't know how the forms that collect money are supposed to be hooked up so that when somebody signs up for something, it says, oh, hey, by the way, here's an upsell that sells them something immediately and brings them into the infrastructure. So we're helping content creators with that. So that's it for today. If you need help, come on over to lifelongproductions.com and let us help you. In the meantime, I want you to know two things. And these are the two messages I want you to take and share with the people in your family. And those messages are, number one, you matter. And number two,